Thank you for coming this evening. We are very excited about our induction ceremony. This ceremony has one purpose: to induct into membership the new members from both the 7th and 8th grades. Many of you here this evening may not know what National Junior Honor Society is all about. The National Junior Honor Society, NJHS, is an organization that elevates schools' commitment to the values of scholarship, service, leadership, character, and citizenship. These 5 pillars have been associated with membership in the organization since its inception in 1929. Today, it is estimated that more than 1 million students participate in NJHS activities. NJHS chapters are found in all 50 states, U.S. territories, and around the world. Chapter membership not only recognizes students for their accomplishments, but challenges them to develop further through active involvement in school activities and community service. The administrators, faculty, and school board at Heritage Middle School care not only about student achievement, but also about community engagement. NJHS students and their peers volunteer in their communities at the highest rates and make connecting with and serving within the community a priority. The National Junior Honor Society at Heritage is completing its 24th year of student involvement and participation. Tonight, with this ceremony, we want to recognize these students who have achieved academic excellence while developing skills such as leadership and service to others. This ceremony continues the history of National Junior Honor Society at Heritage. Dr. Milhouse Pettis, please come forward to greet our guests.
Greetings. It is my honor. I am so happy that this honor has been bestowed upon me this evening. This is one of my most favorite, highly anticipated events of the year. It is such a joy to see our scholars look so nice. You guys look so nice. And but it's such an honor. We're always celebrating sports events and going to different activities, but just to see our young educated youth just being, all day long. You could have seen your student in our hallways. That's all they talked about today. And it's just a tremendous joy to greet the parents of these magnificent students who have truly worked hard. And again, I say every year for so many of them, so many of the parents I've known for at least 10 years and more. And it's just my joy and my honor to stand here today to welcome you to the National Junior Honor Society induction, and for me to say to my lovely scholars, I'm so very proud.
Good evening. The National Junior Honor Society is an international organization for students. This is not just a Heritage Middle School thing, it's an around the world thing. It elevates a school's commitment to the values of scholarship, service, leadership, character, and citizenship. These core values are essential to you in becoming and developing yourself as a good citizen. Your team of teachers chose you to be a part of this organization using those core values as a basis. When I think about the core values of NJHS, I think it's important to recognize each of them individually. Scholarship. What does scholarship mean to you? When I think of scholarship as it pertains to students, I think of the root word scholar. You have proven yourselves to be a distinguished academic. Your dedication to your studies and commitment to learning has earned you the right to be called a scholar. Someone who is deemed a specialist when it comes to education. You are worthy of this honor because of your willingness to stretch your minds to reach higher levels of thinking and understanding. Service. Service is all about everybody else. It is the epitome of what humans expect of each other. To be of service is a very selfless act because you are literally doing something out of the kindness of your heart to benefit someone else and to make the world a better place and also to make a difference. You have the ability to be the game changers, the movers and shakers of the next generation. By being of service, you can become an ideal of what the world could look like. Not just talking about it, but actually being about it. Putting your words to action, being the change that you want to see. Leadership. Leadership is the art of motivating a group. An important word that stood out to me when I think of leadership is art. It is the art of making things happen. Some people believe that in order to be a leader, you have to be the loudest. That's not necessarily true. Every leader has something about them that stands out to other people. Every leader has the ability to connect with others for the good of the whole. You don't have to be the loudest, but you do have to be dedicated to the cause. You do have to stand out from the crowd, You do have to be a trendsetter and lead with positivity and high expectations. You do have to elevate yourself and the people around you, and you have done that. Those qualities are ingrained in you, and we are excited that you are the leaders of our future. Citizenship. Citizenship can be seen in a few different ways. Good citizenship is being respectful of yourself and others, being respectful of others' property, being respectful of school property, following school rules, being honest and dependable, and giving back to your community. Citizenship is vital in building and maintaining a beautiful world around you. By being dedicated to your community and the betterment of yourselves, you will continue to elevate yourself and raise the bar for those around you. Character. Your character is really who you are. I've learned that what you do when others are not looking at you says a lot about your character, the kind of person you are, a person of high morals and integrity, treating others with kindness, showing others how you expect to be treated, and in turn, treating them with the same respect. Scholars, I'll leave you with this. Think good thoughts, do good things, and be kind to yourself and others. Congratulations on your accomplishment, and I am happy in knowing that it is just the beginning of all that life has in store for me. Congratulations.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the editor-in-chief of the Lansing Journal, Ms. Melanie Youngsma, to give her address. Thank you, Bev. And everyone. Almost exactly 100 years ago, a man named Walter lived in Lansing. Lansing was a pretty small town back then. Not a lot of businesses, not a lot of people. A lot of the people were farmers. But Walter was the kind of man who wanted to help his community. So he and his father set up a shop along one of the busy roads in town. They started out selling things they knew their neighbors needed. Shoes, dry goods like flour and sugar. They set up a post office, and they sold insurance because they understood that some farm families needed help with medical bills when they got sick or when they were injured in the farms or on the roads. That's what Walter did 100 years ago. Almost 80 years ago, a woman named Winnie lived in Lansing. Winnie loved children, and she loved books, and she loved reading. So when the Lansing Library Board asked if she would become the head librarian, Winnie thought that would be a great way to serve her community. At that time, the library was located in an old pump house in Lansing, a bare brick stone building. It was cold and dark in the winter and hot and dark in the summer. So Winnie accepted the job, but she was not satisfied with the status quo. She made improvements to that old pump house. And then later she served on the leadership team that planned and built a brand new library for local families. That was Winnie 80 years ago. Nearly 70 years ago, a guy named Andy lived here. Andy liked to paint, and he liked helping other people who needed things painted. So Andy and two friends started a business on another busy road in town. They sold paint, and people could also hire them to do their painting. Over time, Andy added more products and services, wallpaper and window curtains and flooring and carpet. Andy loved helping people make their houses beautiful. And people liked being proud of where they lived. So that was Andy 70 years ago. Walter, Winnie, and Andy were just ordinary people who lived in Lansing. I don't think they were members of the National Honor Society, but they were hardworking and community-minded and willing to help. When they saw a need in their community, they figured out ways to use the things they were good at to meet those needs. They made a difference in Lansing back then, and our community today is still benefiting from what they did. If you drive down Torrance Avenue, you can see Walter's name on the sign. Walter W. Schultz Insurance Agency is still here in Lansing, still in business, still helping our community after 100 years. The Lansing Public Library is still around too. It's in a different building than the one Winnie worked in, but Winnie's picture is on one of the walls in the lower level. You can see it there. Winnie helped our community understand that kids and families deserve a beautiful place to keep learning. And Lansing's library has gotten better and better through the years because of her. Andy's old paint store is still in business too. It's called Town Interiors now, and Andy's son Don owns it. Don loves helping people make their houses beautiful, just like his father did. Now, I grew up in Lansing, and I've lived here all my life, but I never heard these stories. I used to ride my bike past Walter Schultz's insurance store. I checked books out of the Lansing Public Library. My parents bought paint at Andy's paint store, but I didn't know anything about the people who helped make those places what they are. I didn't know any of that history. It wasn't until I started working for the Lansing Journal that I learned about Walter, Winnie, Andy, and all the different kinds of people that it takes to build a community. There are hundreds of stories. Lansing is an old town with a lot of history. But not all the stories are from long ago. New stories are being written every day, and new people are part of those stories. I worry sometimes that when new generations come up in an established community, they think the work is already finished and there's nothing left for them to do. But that is not true. Community building work is never finished. 100 years ago, 80 years ago, 70 years ago, we needed Walter and Winnie and Andy and other people, and they stepped up and found ways to serve. They helped turn a small town into a real community. Today, we need you. We need new generations of leaders and community builders. We need old-fashioned hard work, but also fresh ideas and fresh strength. If anyone can do this, you can. You are already successful scholars, and scholarship is important. Scholarship is not about being the smartest or knowing the most. Scholarship means you enjoy learning, you keep learning. And that is such an important way to look at the world. As true scholars, you won't be bound to doing things the same way they've always been done. Lansing needs scholars like you who are willing to learn new ways and try new things. Lansing also needs public servants. A lot of people start a business because they want to be the boss and make all the decisions. Some people go into politics because they want to be in charge. But Lansing and Linwood and other towns around here need leaders who understand that we are all stronger
when we serve and help each other. Leadership and service have to go hand in hand if you want to build community. We need people like you who understand both service and leadership. That's the nature of citizenship too. Citizenship is more than just being a citizen. Being a citizen of Lansing or Linwood just means you live there. Citizenship means you're involved in your community. You know your neighbors, you attend events, you shop at local businesses. That's good citizenship. And our communities need more people who understand that. Walter and Winnie and Andy were all people of character, but they weren't all the same. You all have character too. And you aren't the same as each other, and you don't have to be the same as old Lansing in order to make a difference in Lansing today. Lansing is a different community now than it was 100 years ago. We face different challenges than the ones Walter and Winnie and Andy faced. And you will probably notice these challenges as you get more and more involved in the community. In fact, we need you to notice the problems. We need you to ask questions about why things are the way they are. And we need you to help us think of new ways we can all make changes. Maybe you'll start that already in high school. Maybe when you get to TX South, you'll join a club that's making a difference. Maybe you'll befriend a kid who's getting bullied, and you'll make a difference in his life. Maybe as soon as you turn 18, you'll register to vote, and you'll cast a ballot in every election for the rest of your life. Those are all good ways to build community. Or maybe one day you'll start a business like Walter and Andy did. Maybe you'll sell some new thing that people today need. Or maybe you'll invent something new that solves an old problem. Or you might be like Winnie and work for an old established organization. But you'll bring new ideas to that old way of thinking. You might help that old organization stay fresh and strong as it continues to serve our community today as well as future generations. Maybe you'll run for some kind of political office here in town. Not because you want to be important or famous, but because you love your community and you understand that it needs good leaders who are also public servants. I don't know what the future holds for you, but I am excited about the possibilities. With young, bright citizens like you who will keep learning and reading and using your skills to make our community stronger, Lansing has a bright future. Linwood has a bright future. Our whole region has a bright future. And I look forward to seeing it unfold and being part of that community with you. Sydney, Deshawn, Emily, Renaya, Alexander, Angel Lee, Michaela, Angel Yu, Kiana, Darielle, Michael, Danielle, Denise, Valerie, Giovanni, Leland, Alea, Naria, Adriel, Sola, Esther. Our community needs you. Thank you for the work you have already done to become the scholars, servants, citizens, and leaders with the character we need to be the best community we can be. Your work as members of the National Junior Honor Society is a good beginning. I look forward to hearing your stories as you write the next chapters of our community's history.
Thank you, Melanie. That was just what I music to my ears. I like this. Yes, here we go. The membership of the Lois Harris chapter of National Junior Honor Society has been earned by the effective demonstration of the 5 qualities held in high esteem by the society. Current members will review these qualities for the candidates.
Scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the higher success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we lead the past, and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continuously expand their world through the opportunities inherited by in scholarship. Service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or without recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school, improving the control in class and school activities. The real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice. The willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffective. Without the guidance of a wise leader, leadership is always needed. Those to lead is a substantive charge to each of our members and candidates.
Citizenship is vital to the strength of our country. It requires effort and commitment. Without it, there will be a lack of democracy. In the words of the late President John F. Kennedy, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. It is the willingness of each person to participate responsibly in the affairs that govern America.
Character. Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each person individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character which guides one through life, and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as reliability, honesty, and sincerity, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
will rise and repeat the pledge. I pledge to maintain high scholastic standards, to hold as fundamental and worthy and untarnished character, to endeavor until the peak and duration to be a leader, and to give myself freely in service to others. In so doing, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the National Junior Honor Society.
Esther Akinlady. Students will be receiving a certificate, an official pin from National Junior Honor Society, a card, and a flag. And they will sign their names in the book. Adriel Annalay. Naharia Ben Yosef. This book contains all of the names of students back in 1997. Alea Brown. Leland Davis. Giovanni Flores. Valerie Fonseca. Demi Larry Ford. Shanielle Moore. Michael Orduba. Ariel Reed. Kiana Tolfree. Angel Ugamadu. Michaela Wright. Our 8th grade new inductees, Angel Dominguez. Alexander Gonzalez. Lanaya Meeks. Emily Palacios. Deshaun Reed. Sydney Williams. Thank you. Back to the council. This year, our chapter was able to provide activities for our student body, in addition to service to our community and country. Sarah and Nina, will you review the list of activities in which the National Junior Honor Society participated in for this school year?
The 2022-2023 NJHS Society members found ways to encourage, aid, and support those in our school district and our community. We sponsored several charities, each member volunteered 12 services. We began the school year volunteering to help at the back to school bash members. Members showed new students around the school and assisted teachers and administrators with passing out supplies to families with needs. Next, NJHS members volunteered at Fox Point and Lansing. Members collected money for wristbands and assisted younger children playing outdoor games and making crafts. Our next activity was to help out with the literacy guide at Harrison. Students worked at the book fair and escorted parents and students to the literacy activities in the classroom. They collected $5 book donations for the Mayaka River Elementary School, which was flooded due to Hurricane Ian. These donations totaling $500 were sent to the school from Heritage NJHS using Scholastic book credits.
In December, students made holiday cards for Phil's friends, a group that administrates to the camping. In February, NJHS sold Valentine's gift bags at home. These proceeds, along with the proceeds from the Great Club for Oak Freedom, will go to families. Also, in February, NJHS volunteered at the Chicago Food Department, where they worked together for 3 hours to package food. There are many upcoming NJHS spring activities. Some of our students are volunteering at the Lansing Cleanup Day this weekend. Next week, April 24th to 28th, is the National Leadership. NJHS students will create a wall of leadership where they will begin posting their acts of leadership and challenge their fellow students to do the same. On April 28th, NJHS members will assist with the Student Council Carnival. Also, NJHS will sponsor grades 5th, 6th, and 7th open gym times after school, where they will organize activities in the gym and some concessions. Teacher Swap Day is on May 17th. Students will be paired with teachers from Nathan Hale, present lessons, and learn from professionals how to manage a classroom and facilitate learning. Finally, NJHS will help out with Step Up Day, working with orientations of the 4th graders from Nathan Hale entering Heritage for next year's school year.
I think you will agree that we had a very successful year of service at our school and with the community. Truly, these young people have been bringing light to our world. At this time, I'd like Mrs. Cambridge to announce the Josue Alvarez Award.
Thank you, Mrs. Schweitzer. The Shine Your Light Award was created to honor a National Junior Honor Society student who demonstrated citizenship, scholarship, character, service, and leadership. It is dedicated to the memory of Josue Alvarez, who was an officer in NJHS and an exceptional individual. We honor his legacy by awarding one NJHS member each year who exudes these qualities. The NJHS recipient this year has shown outstanding leadership. His ability to keep a positive outlook and to show maturity in difficult situations is exemplary. The NJHS member gives himself above and beyond expectations through volunteer work and excellence in all areas of academics. I will note that this is our first year giving this award. It is my privilege to award Josue Alvarez Shine Your Light Award to Giovanni Torrado. I know it's yours, Gio. Congratulations, Gio.
As is customary at this event, we honor a staff member who has also brought light to the world. The NJHS honorary member recipient this year is a teacher who has taught in the district for over 20 years. She has shown leadership through coordinating the teacher mentor program at Heritage, as well as sponsoring flags and being part of the NJHS faculty council. She is a diligent worker who spends countless hours before and after school to ensure that her students are given the best possible education. She has a positive attitude and truly enjoys laughing and loving her students. It is my privilege to ask my co-teacher, Mrs. DiBartolo, to come forward to sign the NJHS. Will each retiring officer step forward as your name is called and receive a lighted candle, the symbol of the flaming torch of freedom and knowledge, reminding us to bear forward the searching light of truth and to lead others to follow the light. Come forward and light your candles of leadership. President Fortunato. Naxieli Martinez, Vice President. Secretary Candace Irvin. Treasurer Lucia Terrazas. And Reporter Giovanni Terrazas. Outgoing officers, you have lit the path for others just as this candle lights the way for your successors. You have demonstrated outstanding scholarship and leadership, and now it's time to pass your official duties on to the next class. These young people have added to their history of our organization, truly led the way as the initial leaders for the Heritage National Junior Honor Society. We now ask you to pass your lit candle to successors as I call each name. Adrielle and Alay. President. Michaela Wright, Vice President. Demi Lawyer Ford, Secretary. Leland Davis, Treasurer. Angel Gamadou, Reporter. Are you willing to take the responsibilities for your offices in the National Junior Honor Society here at Heritage? If so, please respond with, I am. New officers, in accepting these offices, you have indicated your willingness to give your best in time and effort to carry out the principles of the National Junior Honor Society. Yours is an important responsibility as well as a privilege. The world, as never before, needs faithful and efficient leaders. Your school community is looking to you to be leaders. With this in view, do you pledge your best efforts to these offices you now accept? If so, please respond, we do. May the light of your life ablaze brightly as you continue through this year at Heritage, contributing to the welfare of our school and to our community. The members of the 2024 class, please follow the officers in the lighting of your candles. Members of the 2023 class, please join in the sharing of the light. it up with my cameras. Let's walk around. Students. Making a big circle around the whole group. So keep walking. Alea. One up.
Light opens up our hearts and minds. Light unites us. Light keeps away darkness and hatred. Light gives us the strength to go on. Light symbolizes freedom. Light guides us. Light gives us hope toward the future. As you look at your candle, your light, remember the importance of your life. It is a light for our world. As you, our guests, are touched by the light from us, dear children, may you remember how yourself guided and encouraged us in the development of our lives that you see shining before you. For that, we thank you. Members of the Heritage National Junior Honor Society continue to think of how your life reflects onto others and touches their lives. Please drop your candle.
Rankings.
Thank you all for attending our induction service. We especially want to thank our speaker, Ms. Melanie Youngsma, for her encouraging words. We would also like to thank the administrators, the faculty council, and all the other staff members who made this a memorable program. All are welcome to help yourselves to the refreshment. Administrators and members of the Heritage Chapter of the National Junior Honor Society, please assemble for a group photo. Good night. I hope you enjoyed this meaningful event.
Thank you so much for coming. I just have one more announcement. Apparently it's Darielle Reed's birthday, so wish her happy birthday. Please feel free to help yourself. There's punch and cookies and eclairs and lots of fattening stuff over there, so help yourself, and thank you so much for coming out.